The acoustic kind of elevate the vibes, you know? And so I guess this is when I say something, because reggae started in this way. We are spiritual people. Remember, we are all created in the likeness and image of the Most High. So there's a part of us that is God. So we should be behaving accordingly. It's really atrocious to see people being bombed, killed, shot up, street fights. These things are not necessary. If we just learn how to communicate with each other and seek understanding, because he says, get yourself wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Most of all, understanding. So this is how we can have lightness of mind or meetings of the mind, so we know and understand what's really going on. And if we go within ourselves, we'll see similarities in everyone. We suffer the same emotions, we feel pain, we hurt, we worry. And so reggae music was born out of, in my days it was we call it brutality, you know, when you keep a dance and you worry about which song going to trigger the police, because they're outside waiting. Sometimes the one that really got famous in this was Derek Morgan had a song called Tougher Than Tough. Every time you play that song in the dance, back then they used to call these police, they just ride in open back vehicles and we call them borough boys, they jump out. But when they come in, it's over. So get away as fast as you can, as far as you can. So when they played Tougher Than Tough, it was like inspiring us to be strong, and they are thinking revolution, yes, but not in the way they conceive of what a revolution is. Because we didn't pick up a weapon to hurt anyone. We didn't spill blood. We use a vibration and a frequency that was found within the heartbeat of the reggae music, because the reggae music came out from the heartbeat rhythm in the Naya Bingid. 1, 2, 1, 2. Your rhythm got to be right. If your heart is not in sync, you're in problems, right? So that's the right vibration, because the vibration of life. And Joe Higgs, I had the pleasure of managing for a few years. And when you talk about perfection, I could see when Bob Marley came afterwards and did the same thing Joe Higgs did. But by then the mindset was already shifting, so people were not fighting the ganja so much. When Bob said, let me light my spliff and take a lift. Joe Higgs did the same thing 20 years before and got blacklisted, went to work the next day, lost his job. They took, I don't know what they did with his mortgage. He lost his houses he owned, the one he lived in. And he moved into a tree stump. But in that tree stump, a lot of people didn't know Joe was there. And you would hear people talking about him in a very negative and derogatory way. And you'd look up, pull the little curtain aside and see them, and just smile. Because Joe's song was, "There is a reward for me." When we asked him, it wasn't me, but it was some youngsters, "Joe, what kind of music is that you're playing?" He says, "I don't know. I just find myself playing it." So, a virgin Ricardo Scott, Legon Cargill, and I can vaguely remember the other brother's name. They went out on the corner and they played around with words, you know, English words, Latin words, terminologies at the time. There was a term going around for we, the folks in the ghetto, like streggy people. It was supposed to be derogatory, but we took it with, you know, a nice vibe. Let them say what they want to say. That don't mean anything. So they coined the word reggae. Rex, rages, some Latin word, king, you know, and split it up. Had this reggae vibe, because that was a people's vibe. In the dance hall, you work all week, still don't have enough, and a good relief was just going into the dance hall or standing outside and listening to the music, and then just fully enjoying yourself. Because what else can you do? You're barely hungry, you're not going to kill nobody or rob nobody or anything like that. So you just skank from within, because everything is within, you know, your happiness, your joy, everything, and peace is from within. All the materialism outside is like illusion. So we shouldn't fool ourselves and play with our minds, like the politicians do. Or I should call them, as I say, folly-trictions. I only get folly and tricks from them, you know. So, however, in the spiritual realm that we try to live in as Rastafari people and children, we didn't want to hurt no one, so Jack gave Joe Higgs this music called reggae. And it simply means when he asked Ricardo Scott and them, what does the word reggae mean? They said, oh, it means the music of the king, or the king's music. He just leaned and laughed. That's good, that's good. And so the name stuck. And I was a child playing records from a little child. Get my ass whipped going out, coming in, but you know, sneaking in through the window. It was something I loved and enjoyed. And then I became a farmer, running my 100-acre farm that we had leased some land and just started planting produce. It's progression, because when you're working in the system, you're subjected to the man who's paying you. So it's best you work and find your strength and endure whatever hardship you have to go through and pay yourself and build your own. So we work for money. The rich man make money work for him. So we have to turn a lot of things inside out in our meditation. And that's what happened. Our reggae really evolved because Joe Higgs turned the music inside out. You get 10% low, 90% highs, and Joe flipped it around and give you 90% bass, 10% other things, and that make it inside move. But he had a purpose, and I still trying to carry on his message. Rest in peace up there in reggae heaven, Joe Higgs, Bob Marley. Everybody have a big party up in heaven right now. Family man, you know. So it's a unification. That's the way we should be living, in love and unity right now. Joe Higgs said he had a purpose, and he'd always talk about the 3 E's. When I wasn't busy one day, I said, all right, explain the 3 E's to me. Simple. He just said, educate your mind, elevate your consciousness, and eradicate evil from our heart. And there'll be a peace in the world. And it really makes sense, because when they asked Christ, which are the commandments is the greatest or whatever, he gave them 2 out of all of these commandments. Love God with all your heart, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. I think this is a divine way of approaching things, and this way we can stop making bombs and bullets, feed our homeless and shelter the homeless, and take care of each other. Because you work 65 years to go relax. No man. Why don't just give me 5 years to work, and we all work collectively together for the benefit of all, individually and together in oneness. And instead of everything going to 1%, anyone hears any of that, I don't care. I talk in the truth. So we have to start thinking differently now and be a being that we have never been before, because the earth and the world and those who are running things in this realm, something just not right. So yeah, but collectively, this is the key. Unity. Unity is strength, all right? And this is such a pleasure right now. First of all, let me say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but make his delight the law of the Lord God, Jah Rastafari. And in his law we should meditate day and night, that you may be like a tree that is planted by the rivers of waters, that bringeth forth your fruits in due season. Your luck shall not wither, and whatever you do shall prosper. For the ungodly are not so. They are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. For the ungodly shall not stand in this judgment, nor the sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God, Jah Rastafari, knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. You ready for some sweet reggae music? Yeah, man. It's Jah Owen, California. It's great to come here and feel like I'm home. Jah Owen, run to bless up. Give thanks. Everyone, get up off the scene, get on the dance floor, dance your troubles away. It's a new day. Jah love, one love. Magical media, the best by any test. El número uno. See? Alright, respect, you know. Love.